Today I want to show you the Nexus Viper 27V. Come on. Hey there, we are at Travelland in Kelowna, BC, Canada, where we are going to get to show you the Nexus Viper 27V. Very cool model. It's a drivable. It's considered a B+. Now you can click the link at the end to get to the construction video where we tell you all about what's underneath the hood here and those kinds of things. But today we're just going to take you on a tour of the 27V. Very cool rig, and I can't wait to tell you all about it. Also, in the description, as always, are the links to the currency converter and the timestamps and the resource that we use for research, and you can too. And there's also a link there to buy us a coffee. If we're providing you with any value, feel free. We'd love to have it. Today, we want to thank Beshron for buying us a coffee. We really appreciate you supporting us, and it's nice to know you're out there. So let's take a look at this baby here today. This comes on the Ford E450, which is the 7.3 liter V8. And like I said, the construction video, we give you a little more information on that. But as I said, it's a B+, so it's a little wider across, but it doesn't have that overhead of the Class C. So what we like about this is that it's easy in and easy out. The door is at a nice level for us. It's got this great running board. It's easy in, easy out for us. I'll show you more about the cab from the inside. But moving down the driver's side here, you do get two slides on this unit, and they are the cable-driven slide, and they have a flap and a seal here. And standard on the Viper is my favorite. The slide toppers are there. You can also see the rain rail up there. These are very nice rigs. These are the frameless windows. Again, you know, they're not my favorite, but they're there. You can get these in a full body paint. This particular one has stickers, but let's go underneath this slide and see what we can see in the basement area. So, first things first, there's nothing that holds it up, but there's really not a lot in here. It's just the batteries. So I guess it's more for access and maintenance of those batteries. It's just I would like to see that get held up some. Let's see what's in this one. Oh yes, your Onan 4,000 watt generator. That is a gas, and it runs off of the main tank. And of course it has that feature where it shuts off before the tank runs out of gas and you can't drive to the gas station. So that's cool. Again, these doors are not holding up to anything, and you do have to climb under here to reach them. Oh, this one folds down. Oh, okay, let's take a closer look in here. This is the wet bay. So you can see your tanks are here with the sensors. There's a light in here. The valve, gray and black, are in here. So these areas are all completely heated and completely enclosed in a stainless wrap through the steel truss frame that's on there. So again, go check that out. There's more information in the construction video, but this is all heated and taken care of for you. And I like that it well, you know what? I'm not sure. I like that the door folds down so I don't have to worry about banging my head, but your hookup is here. So you'll have to hook this all up, then this is going to kind of hang over it, and then you can release your valve. So it's fine. Okay, coming back, let's take a look at these tires. These are the Dynapro HT tires. They are LT 225/75R16, and these are aluminum rims. I have heard elsewhere that you can get a polished steel, but these are the aluminum. And because it's a dually, there are valve extenders on these so that you have easy access to that inside tire back there. Here is where your fuel fill is. Another slide, both cable driven. And what's in here? Another fold down. Oh, this is just a nice compartment. And you can see that there's room, not a lot of room, but remember these are small rigs. You can see though that there's room that goes right through to the other side. These all have these rubber mats in the bottom of the containers, and you've got access to plumbing and heating in there. So that's nice. What's next? Oh, we've got an outdoor shower and a cable. This is interesting. So this is your fill for your tank, and then you turn this to tank fill, to dry camping, to city fixtures. So it's kind of the control valve of how the water is getting into your rig. What I find interesting is that it's sitting up here in this sort of odd location that doesn't really match the rest of the rig. But it's there nonetheless. We need it. Down here. Okay, this is where your 30 amp cord is, and it goes down through here. And also in here is a 1,000 watt pure sine wave inverter, and you'll find out why on the inside. Let's go around to the back. Get another window back here. You do get a standard backup camera. You get the ladder to get up onto your walkable fiberglass one-piece roof. And then here is your receiver hitch for a 7,500 pound towing capacity, but we'll talk about that some more when we go into the numbers. And here's the 7-way adapter for that. Okay, coming around to this side. Lots of stuff going on back here. So you do get a big awning, a full length awning, which has the great LED lights that you know I love. That'll be electric, and I'll try and figure out how long it is for you. And then we've got another door here. Oh, with a TV in it. Okay, so for those of you that love your outdoor entertainment, this is nice here, and it is underneath the awning, so that's great. And here is the other side of that compartment that kind of passes through over there. These are lit as well. And another compartment here, which also does that pass through over the chassis. It just adds a little extra space for you to put longer things. And let's see what's in this one. More storage. This is just so, there's quite a bit of storage in here for a small rig like this. One more here. Okay, so here is your propane tank, and I'll figure out how much propane is on this rig as well. All right, next, let's take a look at the door. It's quite a tall door, and when it opens, it's on this little resistance arm here, which only lets it go this far. So it's not going to hit the side of the rig or the arm of the awning, but it's also not attached to the side of the rig. So it just isn't going anywhere there, but it's also not going to flop around in the wind or anything. Screen door. And then you've also got an electric step. So this is a nice feature to have. We like that when you open the door, it just comes out, but we did find that it was just a tad bit high for us, and it is a metal step. Now remember, all of the metal in this rig is completely E-coated for rust prevention and things like that. But this one here, you know, you want to spray it down and take care of it just to keep it functioning well. All right, come on inside. Let's take a look at the 2021 27V. All right, here we are in the 2021 Nexus Viper 21V. Nice rig, a little darker decor, but it does have some lighter points to it too. So I did notice that there was no handrail on the outside as we came in, which is something that Corey and I like. Just thought I'd mention it. Anyways, I do like the decor in here. This is a very nice material, and it's lighter. What I would rather see is no side boxes. You just don't need to clutter up the window these days. It does have the roller blinds, which are quite nice, and there's a little bit of storage up here too. Oof. There we go. So it is on the struts there that keep them open, which for higher cabinets and me, that's a plus. Then coming down, you get this nice little recliner. This is a perfect recliner. It fits me just lovely. Let's check it out. See? I love this. This is very nice, and I do like the decor. It's not a leather, but it's a softer material that is similar, but it would be easy to clean up. Okay, got it. All right, moving around, we've got lots of cabinetry in this front cap. So I like that. I mean, you have to utilize that space for something, right? It's got some plexiglass in the doors, and there's quite a bit of cabinetry in there with cable for the TV and electric, LED lighting. And then over to the TV, which is quite large. I think that it's about a 32-inch, and it is on an arm that's going to come out and move around for this area to be watching. Also, I noticed that these Velcro pieces are here, so that tells me that there's a cover that you can put up around here to block out the front window and cab. That's kind of a pro or con for me. I mean, that's what we love about the Beaver, is that huge front window that we can look out and see whatever's in front. So I do like the light that comes in through here, but there is privacy issues with those, so I get it. More storage. These are nice cabinet doors, all wood, hidden hinges. Very nice. And then moving around to this side, this is where the slide is. And what's in the slide is more recliner chairs. And these are the bigger, fluffier kind. Let me give it a go. So these would be great for sitting here and watching TV and that kind of thing. You got drink holders. There's room to put stuff. I also noticed seat belts. So both of these seats have seat belts so passengers could sit here. The thing that I'm concerned about is this is it. Like, there's no dinette. There's no place to, you know, sometimes when we see this kind of seating, we'll see a spot here where you can put a table in that sits here. But I see nothing. Let me look. Sometimes they tuck tables back there, but there is just no table. So for us, no eating space and no working space. This rig is meant for entertainment. You can drink, you just can't eat. So you'd have to come up with a plan. You'd have to have something somewhere that you put a table in. Now I wonder if it's a floor plan option to change this out into a dinette. I will see if I can find any information on that for you. The other thing that I'm not loving about this is that it really blocks like half of the window. The seats block, and these are the frameless ones that flick out at the bottom, and they're only flicking out about that much. So that kind of bugs me too, because there's just not enough airflow, and then you block it with these seats. So yes, comfy seats, and I get that, and I know lots of you love that, but for me and Corey, the cons to these are bigger than the pros. Okay, lots of storage up here. This is quite deep, small doors, but quite deep. And again, this is a darker wood decor, but it's not like chocolate brown or anything. It's got more of a grayish tone to it. I do not love this. I don't mind the trim, but this is super dated, and I already know I bought a Nexus, so I don't feel that needs to be there. Coming over here, you do get a little side table unit, which I do like, and it does have electrical in it, so that's great. And there's a nice big mirror, so I like that as well. And then it takes you over to the kitchen area. This, for a smaller B+ rig, is quite a nice kitchen. You get big cabinet doors. These are adjustable shelves, and there's lots of space in there, yet it's still reachable for me. So I'm happy with that. Window, horizontal blinds, nice size tap and sprayer. The sink, is a one-piece undermount stainless with two pieces of board over top, which I love, so that I can be using one as countertop space while still having half a sink. It's a very deep sink, and I like that a lot. Problem for me is that this material is more of a thermal foil countertop material, which is great because it doesn't have any seams, and I love that. But it's also meaning that if I wouldn't cut on this countertop, why would I cut here? So I'd rather see this be more of a cutting board material. I get it. It's so much prettier this way, and it matches when you put it all together, but it is less functional for me. Let's go down. Oh, I like that they do have under cabinet lighting too. That's nice. And even more storage. That's quite a bit of storage, even with the plumbing in there. And then over to here, you get 1, 2, 3 drawers that are nicely built on the roller gliders, full extension, and they close really nice. So I like that. Coming up, we get it's called a Hisense microwave convection oven. So that is nice to have. It's big, it acts like an oven, you just gotta learn to cook in it. I'm working on it. Here's something that you've probably heard me complain about that they have covered, which is they have the backsplash, which is a very nice backsplash, I might add, and it goes on both sides. That's a point. That's a bonus point for Nexus. I like that. Then we move down to the Dometic 3-burner gas cooktop. That's very nice. I like how level it is. And it isn't a oven and a stove. It's just the stove because you've got your convection, which allows you even more great storage underneath here. This is a lot of storage for a rig this size. I'm very impressed by that. So moving back, I just want to show you, I'll get the exact size, but I want to say like 7.3 or something cubic foot fridge. And it's a residential fridge. So look at that. It's huge. I can reach everything. I'm pretty impressed. It's a little frosty already. Okay, now, as we've talked about many times, or many of you have probably heard it and talked about it as well, a residential fridge is going to take up a lot of power, so you'll want to pay attention to your batteries that you choose, but this does come with that 1000 watt pure sine wave inverter. So there's that. Coming back, you get a huge lit adjustable shelf pantry. Now, loving it, and you know me, I'll take every bit of space I can get, but you're gonna have to have bins or something because there, I'm just reaching the back now. So that takes up every bit of space that I have, which is wonderful because you can put lots of stuff in there. It's just gonna be hard to reach. Now let's talk about the floor. This vinyl that's in here, they say has a lot of properties. It's mold and mildew resistant, it's scratch and dent resistant, it's slip resistant, and it also doesn't have any venting in it. All the vents for heating are through the cabinetry and things like that. If I remember, there's no carpet in here, so I love that. Now let's talk about the ceiling, because if you go back and look in the construction video, I explain how there is the sheet metal venting for the AC through here. So you can see the AC ducting, the LED lights, the AC. There is a vent here. It's not a fan, but it is a vent, and then there's another one up there. So the air circulation, I think, is going to be really good in here. Now let's go see what the bedroom's got to offer. Now, I don't exactly know the measurements of this bed, but I will look at it for you. But this is going to be about a queen size bed, and it is in a slide. So I do like the headboard. I love that there's windows on either side, and there's these tiny little, so this will hold my phone and my book, that kind of stuff. I'm just looking for electrical. Okay, so there is electrical on the sides of the bed, so that's great. I also love this big window back here and the roller blind that it has. And then let's take a look. Oh wait, there's storage up here too, and reading lights, again on the struts that I love. And this goes all the way through, and it is quite deep that way, so I like that. And then you do get a small mirrored closet. The closet is a great size and it's lit, so I like that. And then you get drawers, and there's actually 6 drawers down here, but these 2 on this end are quite a bit deeper than the other 4, which are all this size. So just because I think that TV is on the outside over there. And then what's in here? Wow, more storage, and it has electrical in it, so that's cool. And then you get a TV. I'll see if I can figure out what the dimension of it is, but I see there's a handle here. Whoa! And it's on a powerful 2 struts, has electrical and cable in here, and tons more storage. I love that. See if I can get her down. It's a bit challenging, but it can be done. Then you get another mirrored closet area. So I do love that. Let's take a look if there's anything under this bed, because if there is, that would be a bunch more storage. So let's, oh yeah, okay. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. It's not so much storage, it's more access. You've got a tank in here, your water pump, those kinds of things. But here's what I don't get. On every drawer or door, cabinet door, and especially on that TV, there's some heavy duty struts holding it up. But there's not anything to help hold this up. So that would be my recommendation then, Nexus, is can you put some struts under this bed? Because if you did have to get in there and do any work or access that, you'd want this to be able to stay up. Now, let's go take a look at the bathroom. It's on this side of the hallway opposite of the refrigerator. Now, the door is a swing out door, and you know I'd prefer to have some type of pocket door or something, but sometimes there's electrical or things in the way, and you just can't make that work. So, let's go take a look inside. Now, into the shower first. It is a smaller shower. It even feels a little cramped to me. Maybe it's because this is positioned here. It might have been better if that were positioned over on this wall. But it just is a bit tight. But remember, we're in a really small vehicle that you could park in a parking lot. So skylight, this is a one-piece plastic surround. And the second piece is the base down here, which is quite a sturdy base. But what I'm noticing is that what usually is a click together is fastened with some fasteners, and it's not fastened that tight, and it's not caulked. Here is your shower fixture and your taps, which are decent. I don't mind those at all. And then it has this interesting glass door that actually curves around, and I've not seen that before. Usually they just sort of bank up in one spot on the side here. So let me show you how that works. So there you go. Like, it's a nice glass door. I do like it. I just find it interesting that it goes around this curve. Then moving out, this is huge. This is a lot of storage and mirrors at great height for this small bathroom. So I do like that. And a ton of countertop space. Isn't that wonderful? You've got an average size sink, average taps, electric, and what do we got here? Storage. I mean, it's not the hugest storage, but it'll do. And there's a little extra over there. And then let's move over to the toilet. Now, I noticed when we came in that there is a step up into the bathroom. It's not a big step, but it would be a tripping hazard, so you want to pay attention to it. But I think that's probably to accommodate tanks and things, and I do prefer that they do something like that versus lift the toilet up. So, I mean, this is decent, and we get a porcelain. Is it a foot flush? Yes, it's a porcelain foot flush. You've got lights and fan switches here. You've got more storage, and here's where your toilet paper roll is. Great place to put it. It's not in the way. So I do really like that. And if we look up, you also have LED lighting. You've got venting for your AC, and you've got quite a large bathroom vent there as well. So I think that's all pretty nice. Next, let's go take a look at the cab. Now, remember, it is a step down to get in here, but of course you're not going to bang your head on anything, right? So I'm going to sit here in the passenger seat, and I'm noticing it's a bit of a tight squeeze for my legs to get around, and you can't really push these seats like back from the dash. So this is good for me in the sense that I have shorter legs and there's room for my legs. What I'm noticing is that in order for me to straighten my legs, I actually have to move them over to the side. So I know from riding in our truck that that's hard on my legs for a long trip, to have to sit kind of cocked to the side in order to get your legs out. I do love the big windows. I do feel close to the dash, but I think that's just because of my Class A riding, right? You've got so much room before the dash. But I mean, you're driving a small vehicle. It would be, I could even drive this around, so that would be fine. Lots of cup holders and those kinds of things. Now, let me have a seat in the driver's side. So, I mean, for me, it's a bit cramped moving back and forth. So I guess what I'm saying is, for someone bigger than me, you have to account for all that, because head here. Now, as far as driving goes, I'm quite comfortable. I think I could drive this with no problem. Oh, here comes someone now. This guy's really backing up well, better than I would. Corey could do that. Should I honk?
Yeah, let them know you're here.
Dude, I'm trying to pull out. So, I mean, it is very drivable. The seats are comfortable, nice windshield. It's good. Next, we got to talk about the Cracker Barrel factor. So the slide on this side has these recliner chairs in it. So when it comes in, it's coming into about here-ish, and then these recliners are going to stick out even further. But there is still room to go back and forth from the front of the cab here. You would still have access to the full kitchen and the bathroom. And then let me trade you spots, and we'll take a look at this bedroom slide. So when it comes in, it's just pulling this mattress right up against here. So you won't be able to walk around the bed, but you would be able to come in and still crawl into the bed. So this has got a great Cracker Barrel factor. You can use the bedroom, the bathroom, the kitchen, the seating area, the cab. You can get to everything. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed by that. The other thing that I'm not seeing anywhere is USB ports. Not sure what that's about. But next, let's go take a look at the numbers. Now for the numbers on the 2021 Nexus Viper 27C. The gross vehicle weight is 14,500 pounds, and the cargo carrying capacity comes in at 2,049 pounds. Now, we got to talk about that hitch back there, because the ball weight of anything you tow also has to come out of that cargo carrying capacity. So if you were to flat tow, then it wouldn't affect it as significantly. But you also want to account for the people that you bring in here, whether you have just 2 of you or 4 of you. The weight of your people also comes out of your cargo carrying capacity. So you do need to calculate that and leave room as well. Don't max everything out. But so that's one point. Now let's talk about some of the other numbers. The length comes in at 24 feet 8 inches. So we're thinking that that must just be the RV house part of the rig. The ceiling height is 77 inches. The exterior height with the AC, 10 foot 7 inches. The width is 8 feet. The freshwater tank is at 40 gallons. The gray and the black each come in at 28 gallons. And the propane, remember I said I was going to get that number, was at 12.2 gallons. Now some of the other numbers. The refrigerator is indeed a 7.5 cubic foot. This TV over the cab here is 32 inches, which was what I thought. I'm getting pretty good with the numbers. The mattress in the back, 60 inches by 74 inches. The AC is 13,500 BTUs and the furnace comes in at 30,000 BTUs. Next, for the most important number, the price. Here at Travelland in Kelowna, BC, the price on the 27V is 147,986 Canadian dollars. And there's a currency converter in the description so that you can figure it out for wherever you may be. So if you've liked this video, please give us a thumbs up. If we've provided you with any value, please hit the link in the description and buy us a coffee. We really appreciate your support. Otherwise, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, click on one of these links in the end to come along on an adventure and learn everything you need to know about the construction of the Nexus Viper. We've loved having you along. Thanks for watching.